Have you ever been assigned a new project or started a new project and had that lingering voice in your head doubting whether or not you could do it? Or have you ever received an achievement and doubted whether or not you deserved it? Or have you ever said that any success that you've had in life is because of luck? These are all signs that you might be struggling with imposter syndrome. And I want to share with you today 3 easy strategies that you can start doing today to help you work through that. And number 3 is particularly my favorite one, and it's something that I still do today. So stay tuned for that. Welcome to Coffee Chats with Chett. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Monday morning. I hope you have a freshly brewed cup of coffee sitting next to you. I started this project because I'm really passionate about helping other people chase their potential. I'm currently an executive at a financial services organization, and what's helped me continue to grow in my career is by reading and learning and connecting with people. And so I wanted to create a little cozy space on the internet for you and I to do that every single week. And so my only ask, it's a free ask, is if this has helped you in any way, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe. Now let's dive into the video. We all have moments in our career where we have this major shift in perspective. And I remember one of mine happened earlier on in my career when I was pitching an executive an idea that I really thought could have a profound impact on the organization. And he was getting really excited and wanted to sponsor this initiative and wanted to help me bring it to life. And at the end of the conversation, for whatever reason, that creeping voice came into my head saying, Chett, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to make this happen. And for whatever reason, I blurted that out. I said, you know what? I've actually never done this before, and I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. And in that moment, he gifted me with something that will be with me forever. He smiled and was silent and looked at me directly in my eyes and said, Chett, none of us really know what we're doing. And it provided me with the sense of relief, the sense of being seen, and the sense of realizing that I'm not alone. And so that's the first thing that I want to gift to you today is this sense, this understanding, this awareness that you're not alone. In fact, 82% of people have experienced this feeling of imposter syndrome at least once in their life. And it's particularly higher if you are a high achiever or if you belong to a underrepresented group, because these feelings of imposter feeling can really arise if you're in an environment where no one looks like you, if you feel like you're different, if you feel like you don't belong. But the worst thing that you can do is try to change who you are. Because if you try to change who you are, 1, that's going to lead to unhappiness. And 2, it's going to take away the brilliance that you bring to your organization that you're working for, or that you're leading, by being who you are. Because your brilliance shines when you show up as your authentic self with your unique perspective and share it confidently and boldly. So I want to share 3 strategies that you can use to make sure that you don't lose your brilliance and that you continue to shine and you continue to be happy and fulfilled in your life. So all 3 of these strategies are based in the premise of anchoring yourself into facts and data versus subjective feelings and negative narratives that might be going on in your head right now. And so the first one I like to call the anonymous resume. And so take your resume and take out your name or change it to someone else's name. And I want you to pretend that you are hiring this person for the project or assignment that you are working on right now, and objectively assess whether or not this person has the experience or the credentials in order to be successful. I can bet you 100% that the answer is going to be yes. And this exercise is a great one to, again, put you in a position where you're objectively assessing your experience and your credentials to give you that boost of confidence that you do have what it takes to execute on what's in front of you. So number 2 is feedback and mentorship. And so what I've done is cultivated a small group of people, 3 or 4 people that I really, really trust. And these are people that I know are always going to give me the hard truth, no matter what. And so if there's a presentation that I do, a project that I've executed on, or a big question that I'm contemplating, or a decision that I have, these are the people that I go to that are going to give me sound advice. They're going to give me really great feedback. And I just know that they have my best interest at heart and will tell me the honest truth. They will tell me whether or not something wasn't great and I needed to do better. And they'll tell me whether or not something was actually really, really great and maybe there's 1 or 2 tweaks. And this is something that I've come to really, really value, particularly as I've grown in an organization and in my leadership, because you can become vacuumed in an echo chamber of positive feedback as you accumulate more power in an organization. And so I make sure that I have these trusted people around me and continue to build relationships with more people so that I stay connected to the truth and I stay connected to my commitment to continue to grow and develop each and every day, while also challenging my own imposter syndrome that may come up to understand whether or not that self-doubt or that opportunity to do something better or different is real in my audience's eyes, or it might just be an over-exaggeration of my own inner critic. And number 3, so this is the fun one. This is one that I encourage everyone to do when I have a mentorship conversation or a coffee connection with someone and they're struggling with self-doubt and confidence. And so, really simple one. What I've done is I've created a good vibes photo album on my phone. And whenever I get data and positive feedback around something, I take a screenshot and I put it into my positive vibes folder. And so whenever I have a moment where I'm feeling down, or if I have some self-doubt creep into my head for whatever reason, I scroll through my good vibes folder and I remind myself of all of the data and the objective feedback that I've received that paints a different picture than the one that I might be feeling or thinking right now. And this is something that really helps to overcome that self-doubt, that negative inner critic, because you're providing yourself with objective data, objective feedback, something that's really tangible, something that you can read, to rewire your brain and remind yourself that things are a lot better than what you might be thinking right now. So now it's time for your coaching question of the week. I want you to reflect on something that you might not be feeling confident in right now, whether it's an achievement or a project that you've started, or maybe it's something that you're trying that's new, or you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and you have that negative critic starting to pop up in your head. I want you to take a moment and take your journal and objectively look at that situation. And I want you to find data, whether it be through feedback or a mentor, or something that you've received before that you can look at, whether it's some kind of recognition that you've received from someone, or I want you to just pull out your resume and reflect on your incredible amount of experience that you've accumulated. I want you to think about the credentials that you have, all the things that prove that you have what it takes to do what you are doing, because it's true. Thank you so much for joining me this week in Coffee Chats with Chett. I hope that this video has helped you around something that you might be struggling in right now. And if it has helped you, please hit that subscription button, because as long as I see those numbers continue to climb, I will come back and be absolutely committed to making these videos 1% better week over week, so that I can provide you with as much value as possible to help you chase your potential. I hope that you have a really, really great week. And I would love to hear the stories that unfold as you continue to step into your best version of yourself, the most confident version of yourself, and the most brilliant version of yourself by being you. Have a great week, everyone.